you've got for me?
Mate, I've got plenty for you, and it is going to be order starting on that CT side. Avant, where are they going to be heading? Looks like it's a fast rush in it to that A site. They're going to be going in one flash, one nade on the door, and no one's here to stop it.
Yeah, quickly looking at the GG bet odds as well as we go underway with the pistol, and it's going to be order that are favoured by the bettors as well. So maybe there's a bit of egg on Pilski's face. Maybe he's going to be the one that knows more than everyone else. Either way, Avant have managed to get the bomb plant down, and here comes the retake from Order. It's not often that you see a 5-on-5 retake on the A bomb site on a pistol round, and this might not go too kindly for Order. Great start for Avant, bunch of picks. Ricky still on the rotate. Alistair with something chronic. And it's a 1-on-3 now for Ricky, who's made noise getting down onto the bomb site. Can't win it from here, surely not. Has to get aggressive, has no time for the defuse anyway. So that is Avant to pick up the pistol. They've really just steamrolled through that one, haven't they?
Yeah, there you go. Avant straight out of the gate, showing Order that they are here to play, taking that T-pistol. And look, every T-sided round that Avant get in Nuke here is extremely important because they are a stronger team on that CT side of Nuke here, whereas Order usually get a lot more of their rounds, or some more of their rounds rather, on that T side than their CT side. So it'll be good to see how both teams fare in the second half. But for now, they are just going to be grabbing for as many as they can get. Looks like we are going to see potentially a fast approach again. Just taking that lobby control, blowing up the door and making sure that Order are just going to be slowed down. So we do see the double ramp set up as well, which is going to weaken that A site if Avant posture for a hit here, which it looks like is what we are going to see. Avant expecting some aggression. Smoke at the door. You still get some across.
Yeah. Who's the one that's going to be under the pump if Order do decide to push out from ramp, but they've just opted to chill for the moment. Alistair not pushing in from A either. So it's a pretty composed start to the second round, even despite a bit of a blistering pace in that first one.
Yeah, out of smokes as well, coming in at a nice moment. Ooh, interesting wall. Okay, I'm liking this one.
Haz is going to get on top of Annex as well and have a bit of a peek through into Warehouse. That's going to net a kill onto Gyra. You can see it starting to come together quite nicely for Avant. Alice has made some noise, and Hazard will swing around for his second of the round. This is a great start from Avant. Very cool, calm, collected, and composed.
Yeah, great start from Hazard in particular. What's that? 5 kills already in 2 rounds, and this is the kind of Hazard you need to be seen for Avant if they are to take the victory today. So solid beginnings already. 3v5. Let's see if Order can do any extra damage. At the moment, with 19 seconds, Avant, they haven't left this one too late. Order, they've gone for the stack on the B site, hoping with those smokes that they've made the right read. However, they have not.
Which is fine as well, you know, even if it's the incorrect read for Order, that does mean that there's a higher likelihood they can take these guns through to the next round. So
yep,
it's kind of a win-win situation even for Order, even though it's kind of a lose-lose situation as well. It's like, well, you're probably going to lose the round if you do stack the bomb site and get it wrong, but hey, you still get something out of it. So can't complain too much.
The thing is, there's still some utility there for Order to use into the next round where half the players, or Gyra and Valley in particular, are both just going to have to sit there with nothing, maybe a pistol if they want to go for maybe a P250 or something. They could just be, you know, the human flashbangs. If we do see maybe a lobby crunch, maybe an outers push, but 3 flashes and a smoke. Not too sure. Going to see, but Order managing to keep 3 alive at the end. And Avant, no damage to their economy either, so potential for the full bonus round into the next, depending on how much damage has been done this round coming.
Valiance has got the Zeus and the 5-7. Surely you're going to throw that Zeus over to Gyra or Alistair. Surely.
No, Val wants to keep it. We do have a couple of nades brought up here for Ustillo and Ali. Where are they going to be sent? Looks like it is going to be the Outers aggression. Avant, whoever, reading this one like a book. You've got Hazard gazing over the top.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the last round.
Yeah, solid anti-eco setup.
Yeah, definitely. Ustillo's not going to have a fun time once that smoke clears. So again, pretty much the tried and true from Avant so far. They've just chilled out in lobby and slowed things down a little bit. Having a good time, having a ball. Order's kind of all over the place at the moment. Even got a player down into B. That's Gyra. And here come the smokes again from Avant. This time it's the standard smokes for the cross, but Ustilo remains unchecked. He's crouched down behind, the flashes are through. This is where Ustilo can really make the difference. There's noise being made by Avant. But Ustilo needs to find the timing, and he does. He's caught APOC back through the smoke, right into the crosshair of Blitz. So all's well that ends well for Avant. They won't be too concerned with a 1-for-1 trade.
And that wasn't the biggest loss either. I think it was just a Galil dropped there by APOC, so no one going back for it, really. Val in a solid position. We do have this lower stack again, so Order could do some huge damage as they now start to roar. Push in through control room, but Hazard, rifle at the ready. It's going to punish Val. Use this gyro just with USB. Won't be able to get too much done there. Ricky, one dig, but it is just going to be the mop-up. Avant, very solid anti-eco again. 2 picks from Order. But again, we are just going to see the bonus round coming through. 2 Galils. It's not even really a bonus round at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Avant's looking in pretty good form at the moment. Obviously, that's only 3 rounds in, so it's quite early to say.
But still, much better
Yes.
visually than what we've seen, at least over the weekend.
Not wrong. So, AWP in the hands for Alistar. No util to back that up, but plenty for the rest of Order. And Avant are going to play much quicker in this round. They're going to try and catch Order off guard. And it won't work. Valiance is ready and waiting. That's a double for Valiance. He'll turn around for the third as well. That's too easy in the end. Order have really just dispatched of Avant trying to get into that A bomb site. There's still 2 players here on A as well. And Avant have to commit to get the bomb. Valiance is now on for the ace. I don't mind it though from Avant, to be honest, you know. Very, very quick play after 2 very, very slow rounds. Maybe Order's still a little bit sleepy on that first gun round. I can see the sense in it, but it hasn't worked. Order knows, Order shows that they can step up.
Now it's up to Sterling to try and get back into the round, and he does find a second. Only with that Galil for now, though. Last piece of util used for Order. 1 smoke remaining here for Sterling, who can maybe throw it over to Annex, but both players here on site. Solid positions just to peek on the contact. Ricky up at Mustang. Should be first contact here, and that'll do it.
No
Death
ace.
from above. Ace denied.
But he's got the AWP at least to take through. Give that back over to Alistar. Really nice round from Valiance, though. And you talked about Hazard being someone that probably has to step up for Avant. Well, I'd say Valiance is probably someone that has to step up for Order. He definitely struggled on the weekend as well.
Yep.
If Valiance gets rolling, then I dare say Order's going to have a good day today.
Very, very slow approach on the weekend, but starting to wake up. It is, look, earlier in the day. Actually, is it? No, it's not. It was the same time on the weekend, roughly.
Yeah. Again, a faster pace from Avant in the gun rounds. This time straight down into Secret. There's a bit of a spray from Ustilo, but with the FAMAS at that range, he's not really able to do too much damage, and most of Avant will get across okay.
They're just making their way through the halls, but Ali meets them with the AWP, spots Hazard on the line. And Ali's a very dangerous position to be in. Won't get away from that one. Hazard manages to get the belated trade. Ricky, however, has rotated down from the ramp area now. Gets up onto the scaffold.
Yeah, just in time as well. Avant have now got the doors open. Ustilo has to be pretty wary about pushing out from Megaton.
Avant have so much utility as well to Exy here. They've got the 4 flashes. They have the molly as well, just to make their way through Mega. But no smoke, so that could be a determining factor. We've got Blitz as well just lurking here, but Gyra deep in CT might be able to find him. No, Blitz works that timing.
Yeah, this gets a bit worrisome for Order because they're going to be thinking it could be all over the map. Can it still be the A-bomb site where Avant is headed? Looks like that's where they're going to go. So, means it's going to be on to Valiance. He'll have to do it again, and he's bided his time well, but Hazard just cleans his head off. Not much you can do about that. Valiance played it right, peaked at the right time, but a bit of individual brilliance from Hazard wins the round for Avant.
Well, that's it. You know, bink for bink. That M4, 1 extra bullet would have done it, but Hazard, 1-shot headshot with the AK, just a little bit too strong. Great little flick up as well. So, again, Hazard with some very impactful frags this round, not only taking out Ali, but also the one that matters, the A anchor gone. Gyra fall into Blitz there as Blitz went for the slow approach late through outers to help. And look, it's not looking good for Order at the moment. Avant are reading them like a book here on Nuke. Order, they are going for the preemptive rotations, and it just hasn't really helped them right now. But there you go, 4 on the board. Avant looking stellar. And that's it, Ali. He's chosen to stand on that short side with the AWP as well, so there's almost no getting back to the ladder, getting back to the safety there, as he had no cover.
Yep.
Unfortunate positioning decision. Let's see what Order can do with a half buy mixed with the AKs.
Already a much better day at the office for Avant than they had at ANZ Champs Finals against Renegades. So it doesn't offer too much resistance, nor does Ricky, nor does really anyone else on Order at the moment on the CT side, it seems. Blitz is just going to creep forward. I do love that, the way that the X-ray looks when you're crab walking. It looks really weird.
For those at home, Jordan just crouch down and imitate the crab walk. Beautiful. Anyway, Gyra here. Did manage to slide a shot onto Blitz, who was getting a bit over-ambitious. Gyra at the back of Warehouse. Oh, he's right for timing. Hugh just completely doesn't realise that Sterling wasn't quite on the line to cover him. Hugh will still be able to fight on 20 HP, but it's a matter of how long. One bullet will seal the deal.
And he just wants to get into the A bomb site and get that bomb plant down.
Which is free for the taking if you look at it as well.
He's actually gone back. He hasn't tried to get into Annex. He's going to take the long scenic route, the safe, quote-unquote, safe route. But is it really safe? Because Alistair's pushed lobby, and he could shut the round down right here, right now. He's got an AK in hand. Hugh rolls around the corner, and so does Sterling. Goodbye.
And that's the round. Well, 30 seconds, APOC. He can make some magic happen, but you've just given the AWP to Ali, who has full control of the bomb, playing that off angle. 20 seconds, APOC. He's taken a longer route, the scenic route. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll have time, even if he does get the bomb, but he might be able to get the AWP out of the hands of Ali. And Ali very switched on, but again, it is just going to be the AWP carried across from Avant. Second round secured now from Order, off the back of a mixed bag of lollies there. Just a couple of Eagles, the 2 AKs, and some solid positioning. Nice couple of kills being found, and Avant just walked straight into the crosshair of Ali.
Yeah, just when Avant looks like they're really getting rolling, really getting ramped up, and maybe going to be able to run away with this first map, or to get a bit of a freebie. Great work, though, from Alistair. Got to give him credit. And so, all of a sudden, Order's right back into the swing of things with a good buy and a bit of extra cash in the back pocket should things go awry here. More presence on Outer from Avant, but this time Alistair's here to defend, and he's gotten rid of Hazza first. Spots up on top of Silo, doesn't see anything, hides away in the smoke. Is he going to get out alive? Somehow, he's still not dead, Mac. And he's got another kill. I don't know what to say.
How's he done that?
He's Neo, he's dodging the bullets.
Well, Hugh somehow is now last alive, so bit of destruction caused it out. As one at Secret, it seems, or Squeaky rather, the other S and Ali. He's been spotted. Good movement to dodge that bullet, but Hugh's position now known. An Order ready just to collapse. Just going for an aggressive play all the way around behind, giving Hugh a bit of room to work with. It's going to be Justillo to find him through the smoke. And a great kill was found. There it is. 3 on the board. Order starting to get a couple over the line. Let's see if Avant can maybe cause the upset here just on some Glocks. Because look, they've had some pretty solid strategies so far. Well, Hugh's off to a rough start there. 0 and 6, whereas Hazza has been stealing all his kills, 10 and 3. So that's what we can put it down to. They're next to each other at the Avant house. So
classic Hazza move, man.
Classic Hazza.
I've seen that guy once or twice, and he seems like a kill stealer. Okay. Such a good start for Avant, but it's slipping through their fingers a little bit. Largely thanks to some big plays from Alistair, which is always a win condition for Order.
I feel like pass score here for Avant, 6 rounds on the T side, and they should be right to take the map, all right, from what we're seeing. But that's if they can keep the performance up for the whole map. That's what we need. However, Order, let's see what they can do to even up the scores here at 4-4. They just got 5 little Glocks to get past. And Jordan, if you were in this team, you know, because Pilsky obviously got picked up by Order, so you're next in line for Avant.
Okay.
What would you call?
What would I call right now?
Yeah, is it run into Alistair or
Literally, whatever just happened right now, we're not doing that.
Okay. Well, Ali just got a 4K.
Yeah, so we're calling the Ali not getting a 4K strat.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't figured out what that one is yet, but I'll get back to you on that.
How did Ali get a 4K? Where was he?
I think he was in Hell or on Heaven, was he?
He
Somewhere on Outer. Yeah.
1. Sitting ducks. All right. Left, right, good night. 2. All right.
Look.
Where's the, and then, oop, okay, whoop, deja vu. And nice, beautiful. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I mean,
The
it's
feed.
always tough, I guess, when you're trying to challenge Outer with a Glock. Mac, I will throw a little stat in your direction.
Throw it at me.
Where you were talking about the T side and the CT side, giving Avant maybe 6 here, you'd be pretty happy with.
Yep.
Order does have a better conversion rate on their T side than on their CT side. So it's 53% of their rounds on Nuke coming from the T side. Don't know what you want to draw from that. They have played a lot of this map, 13 games, so it's a fairly large data set.
Yep.
It's only in the last 3 months as well. They've played 13 maps of Nuke in the last
3
months. No, that's wrong. They've played 13. They have played 13 maps of Nuke in the last 3 months.
What do you
That's
mean?
unbelievable.
Yeah, they probably.
That's a lot of Nuke.
They probably managed to wrangle it against, you know, teams in MDL.
I was just thinking that can't be right, but apparently it is.
Yeah. All right, so Avant have managed to work their way straight down through the halls, getting ready for a B bust, but at the same time, again, Blitz, he's going to be lurking there over towards Warehouse, might just be able to work a pick. And with 50 seconds, Avant, they are happy to rotate back up to the A side. Order at the ready, though. 3 still on the upper side of the map, only 2 down at lower. And again, it looks like the audible could be called, unless they're looking to come in from decon. That seems to be the case. APOC here. Could just be a straight bust out. And Valiance, he's over towards Mega, but is he going to be ready for the push?
I think this is not looking like a bad setup for Order. Gyro also starts to creep further. Nice timing on the Incendiary. 20 seconds here for Avant. They start to work their way onto the site. Gyro whiffs, and Hugh punishes him. That was the key player. If Avant gets rid of Gyro without loss, then they can get the site, but Gyro could have made a big difference. Well, Valiant's now able to trade down Blitz at least, but there's time on the side of Avant. That timer ticking away ever quicker.
Yeah, they took a while to get that bomb planted, so now positioning here in the halls, just looking for the retake. You could be between a rock and a hard place. Beautiful flash to allow them in from decon. You still low. 2 big ones as Ali comes in as well. It's all up to Sterling in the 1v3 to clutch it, but he's been spotted. Goes for the repeat on the line, unable to deny it. That defuse, I'd say, does find 2, but Ali has stuck it. Gets the AWP out of the hands of Sterling as well. So big round coming out from Order on the retake from a man disadvantage. That flash to open in front of decon, it was perfect.
Yeah, love to see where that one came from. Obviously, Valiance was up in, what, Megaton, I guess?
Yeah, that's where it would have come from.
So, really, really good flash. Blames both of the players sitting at the back of site. And APOC, well, he turns around in time to deal with Ustillo, but second player comes through from Order, and what a great retake that was. 5-4 now. And it feels like a long time since Avant won a round.
Was it 5 in a row? Something similar to that. Anyway, Ali again on the aggression. APOC slides one onto Ricky before falling, but Ali needs some help here, or does he? Deagle could be enough. It's going to be the jiggle from Sterling. Just trying to make extra shots. There it is. Ali, 3 for himself in the round already. On for the ace, but it looks like the other 2 Ts are skedaddling everywhere. Rap coming in on the flank from Hazza, who's managed to get his hands on an M4.
Jara's watching, though, so it's not going to be too easy. Order very cognizant of where and what areas of the map are dirty and what areas are clean. So Blitz working his way up from ramp. I wonder if maybe he can sneak past Ali. It doesn't look like it. 6-4, and Mac, you are asking? Well, now that is the 5th round in a row for Order. So
well, there it is. Predicting the future.
Yeah. That's what we do here in Australia for all of you folks in North America and Europe. Anytime you want to know what's going on tomorrow, hit us up. We'll let you know. The world's still turning. But if we don't reply, that's when you need to start being worried. And I think if Avant doesn't reply now, that's probably where we also need to start getting worried, because we're on a bit of a rampage at the moment. Money has built up nicely on the CT side as well.
Order just seems to have done a great job to adapt to the situation. And a slow approach again. Avant defaulting, waiting for any aggression, any change up from Order's defense, but for now it is just that slow approach again. And from here we have seen them a few times now just fall back towards T-spawn, get those outer smokes going, and go for either a late and lowers. But Ali just at the ready, happily picks off APOC.
It's not really an aim duel that you're liable to win with the rifle against an AWP. Especially not the way that Alistair has been playing so far on Nuke. He's now 17 and 6. And
here's those smokes again, which should allow the push into Secret.
There's already 2 players down on the B bomb site though from Order. Ricky's there waiting with an AWP for once Avant actually does walk into Secret. So he's going to be on the perfect line to deal with this.
Oh, and there's the first. That's going to be bomb as well. Molly to buy extra time. There's only 30 seconds. Avant, they might have just waited too long this round already.
Yeah, Gyra's coming in as well. He's got an incendiary still, and there's another one coming through. That was from, I don't even know who it was. I think it was, well, Alistair must have come down the vent and got the incendiary down. And where does Avant go from here? They're going to have to just book it into the site. They're running into a massive crossfire.
Called the save. Look at it. They've stopped in their tracks. That's it.
That is so strange.
So they've just haven't done enough to bait out all that early utility in Order. They've held on for just long enough. Ricky wants to go for the picks after time, and that flash as well might just allow it. Blitz will fight for his life, however, as Ricky gets the wallbang, but it's wallbang both ways, neither player falling. But there it is, 6 in a row now for Order on the CT side.
And 6 rounds, which, to be honest, have been pretty comfortable for Order. I don't want to say they've been like one-sided, but I think almost every single one, to me, has looked like a round that Order was quite comfortably going to win. Hasn't gone down to any clutches, any one-on-ones or anything like that. No big, really out of the ordinary, extraordinary plays from anyone on Order. They're just playing pretty good, solid Counter-Strike, and it's getting the better of Avant on a consistent basis. But what does Avant have in the strat book? They kind of need to go back to plan B now. They've tried fast on A, they've tried long, slow on outer, they've tried working the map.
Maybe back to ramps, the place they need to go, but with this utility that they still have remaining. However, this round Order seem to have read that that could be the case. 2 players here, 2 on the upper site, and just Ali dedicated towards the yard. That could just be it. Out of smokes come through. Double back to ramp. 2 players still invested. Order have seen this one coming a mile away.
Yeah, Ricky doesn't get baited by the player jumping across. He's too good. That grenade is going to catch Hazard as well. Double kill for Ricky so far, and he books it back down into the B bomb site. Already favorable trades in the round for Order. Hughes down on 28 HP as well. It's not looking good for Avant here. 35 seconds on the clock. Ustilu does fall, and that's an opener for Avant that they so desperately needed, but it's effectively traded down by Alistair.
Oh, and look at that. Val is still hidden on the side. Avant, they try to reroute to Vents. That's going to be control of the bomb as well. Ricky with a leg and finishes it off. Big round from the man on that secondary AWP. 4 kills. That is massive.
Great round from Ricky. All over the map as well. That's the beauty of it.
Yep.
Exactly where Avant don't want to see him every single time. 8-4 now, and 7 in a row for Order. When does Avant staunch the bleed? Can they even?
Yeah, well, it seems like since Order's been able to get that utility across the line, Avant just haven't been able to pick up a round. So, let's see if they can find one off the back of some pistols. Maybe a couple of sterling shots from the man. He's looking sharp, but he hasn't had a good amount of chance to open up. Because a lot of the time Avant, they get into these positions behind those smokes. So again, it's just going to be patience as Order. Again, disciplined approach. Just not giving Avant any opportunities. As Ricky again just slots one onto APOC. I believe there was a tiny gap on the edge of the smoke at ramp. Let's see if Ricky gets fed a few more. It is going to be some Deagles heading in his direction. 50 seconds. Avant looking to go for the ramp bust. Gyra's here with the M4 to play as well. Sound cues come through.
Ricky doesn't manage to connect the shot this time, but it's Gyra's turn to play. Alistair's also involved with the orb, so that's just a clean shutout from Order. To be honest, Mac, they're looking way better than Avant at the moment, and they're really running away with this half, deservedly so. But I think Avant are in a spot of bother. They are definitely struggling, and this is their own map choice. They're on the T side of Nuke. Yes, grant them that, but when you said the pass score was 6, I thought, that seems pretty easy.
And Ali is just putting up the numbers today. We spoke to him before, and he said he was very ready for today. But look, 19 and 6, that is very solid on the defense. Maybe he won't be able to do as much on that offense, you know, if he does choose to go for the AWP.
But the thing is,
they might not have the openings.
I think Ali's a pretty solid rifler. You know, he's even played in teams where he hasn't been the primary AWPer, so I think even with the rifle on the T side, he's going to continue this kind of form. Ricky's also been really, really good with the AWP on this CT side when he's had to get involved. So it's actually, I think, the AWPs that are really largely doing the majority of the work right now for Order, and Avant don't seem to have an answer for either of them. Let's see what happens here. Is it a faster play into the A bomb site, more of a contact play? No, they cancel.
Well, they had a crack at it. Unfortunately, again, the utility just stops them in their tracks, and Avant, it's going to be the late dry push out of Squeaky. Val only good for one up on the rafters there. APOC, it's going to be 1-for-1s back and forth. Sterling a bit of influence. Finally, Gyra has to hold control of Annex. It's going to be Sterling on 12 HP to try and clutch this one, but Gyra is fully aware that Sterling's on the other side of the smoke. The USP will clutch it out as Sterling dry pushes in there. Oh, awkward situation, but Gyra manages to snag 4 in that round.
I really don't know what I just saw there, Mac, but Gyra got a lot of work done from Annex. That's some flashbacks maybe for Avant after what they had to deal with on the weekend against Renegades. Dexter was doing that exact same thing. Multiple frags from Annex, not even traded down. Order up 10 and 4 now. And Avant going to the final round of the half with an okay buy, but not that much utility behind it. And Blitz does in the end have to go back down to a Deagle. This time Gyra's worked his way over to the ramp. So Order are being quite adaptive on this CT side, quite mobile.
Well, what do you do when you invest minimal smokes? Hazard, he's fallen already. So you're playing from a disadvantage. Last round of the half as Ali snags one straight over the top of Mini Blue.
20 frags in the half for Alistair. Anytime you're hitting 20 frags in a half, you're going to be pretty happy with yourself. He does eventually get traded down, though, by Sterling, and will be taking no longer part in this round.
Sterling's in a very solid position here. Avant can double back to pretty much any position, but it looks like it might just be the slow approach over towards the A site, hit from heaven.
Sterling wants that orb, doesn't he?
Starting to make his way through. I don't know if that's going to be the strat, though, especially coming in from heaven.
Yeah.
So he's just going to hold for now, maybe find the timing onto Gyra. Where is Blitz clearing heaven? Blitz is clearing heaven right now. And there it is. Spotted. Sterling, he actually goes for the AWP approach up through heaven as well. You still at the ready is going to deal with that perfectly. APOC now able to make his way out of Squeaky, but it's maybe too little too late. 1v4 could happen.
Could happen. 30 seconds, but Mac, I've noticed something, Mac.
The bomb's in heaven.
The bomb's in heaven. There was no way. There was no chance, and we all knew it. Ricky finishes it off. It's Order, 11 rounds in the first half, and that's a crushing blow for Order that they'll need to try and come back when we come back from the break.
outside filled with desire. Head down, but no, I can't deny it. Life is fun when you're a liar.
Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awake and quiet undertaking. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that I didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody, even you's an enemy. Brutally awake and quiet undertaking. Did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here to get drunk alone? And I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. If I am so wrong and so gone, miserable, won't you stick around just for some be visible?
Eleven for the scoreline, and Order is looking good. They were favoured by the analyst desk, they were favoured by the odds going into that, and now even more heavily so it seems, Mac, because that is a scoreline that's going to be quite difficult to come back from, I dare say, for Avant.
Yeah, it was interesting half. I felt like Avant should have had a few more rounds with the way they were playing, but it didn't end up being that way. Now it looks like we are going to see a fast approach from Avant straight through Squeaky. Bink in the back of the head there for Valiance onto Jara, I believe it was. Anyway, Sterling now just trying to stop the wrap. It's all up to Blitz. He's isolated there. Managed to at least snag one himself, but the cross to Secret's already happened. They haven't spotted that bomb making their way through, and that's just going to be a huge amount of picks for Order. It's 3-for-1 trades at the moment. One found from Hugh, who's gone for the Julie's approach into lobby.
Yep. Doesn't get any easier for Avant when it even comes to the pistol round in the second half, does it? Both the CTs quite split up and requiring some individual aim duels won by them. Ustillo will just bide his time. As soon as that bomb plant goes down, though, we'll start to see him make a bit of a move. But as long as he locks down ramp, it's going to be very tough for Avant to even get into the B-bomb site.
Avant aware of this position though. Ustillo with a nice bink onto APOC. One more bullet to secure it. Missed opportunity. APOC could find that headshot too, and that's not going to happen this time. It's all up to Few with the Julies, who cannot get it done this time. 3 alive at the end for Order. Val even untouched, so that's going to be the cheap upgrade to the helmet as well. And should be able to easily get an AK across the board with that. Order 12-4. When we went into Nuke, I thought that this would be an Avant map every day of the week. Obviously, it's too close to call it.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't got the rifles out, but they are going for the Force. Let's see if they can try to turn the tides before it gets too late.
It's very, very tough indeed for Avant from here. it's going to be a forced buy. They've got the Scout and the XM, the Alligator. Maybe something that Order's not really expecting to see, but it seems that Order are going to be more interested in heading toward Outer, which is going to be quite favourable for them, playing with the rifles, even the MP5 there for Alistair. Don't mind a bit of that. Give it a good slap.
Ooh.
Feet are spotted, though, by Blitz, and he's looking to do some more damage than just that one tag onto Ustillo. Unfortunately, he won't get it.
Well, the Scout and Deagle combo is very deadly at the best of times. One bullet here could secure Ustillo, but he's going to be sitting at the back for now. Just make sure the flank is covered. 3 more. Going to make their way through, but Sterling is ready for this one. It's actually going to be the peek from above. Sterling is not ready for that. Goes back for more, though. Good placement on that nade. That's big damage. And now Ustillo just on 14 HP. Dodges all those bullets. How's that missed? More damage onto Valve. 2 solo. Ustillo gets away with another. This is ridiculous. Now, it looks like it could just be the double back here, but they're just waiting for Sterling to go forward, knowing he's got this AK in play. It's dangerous. There's the first, swaps to the secondary. And Val going to dodge that Deagle shot. Blitz picks off Ricky with a headshot. Now it's Gyra, the only one that has HP remaining as Order. I just have lost this one, but Gyra, can he salvage? 20 seconds, bomb control, full lowers to himself.
Well, yeah, not for too long because Blitz has already rotated down. 17 seconds now he has to find that kill. He's got a smoke, has spotted Blitz out, but really is just going to be forced to plant here. Blitz won't have too much luck with the spam through and actually allows Gyra back into control, and this is going to be interesting now. Gyra, it's well within the wheelhouse to find a 1-on-3 for him here, particularly when he starts that well. XM for Q being chased down. AK at this range.
No.
Oh, he just wasn't prepared for Blitz to chase him down. But that was so nearly winnable for Gyra if he would have held the spray.
He had half a clip, but he pulled his knife out to try and get away. Just didn't expect the third man running through. And the fact that Blitz came through with the secondary as well was very fortunate for him, not choosing for the Scout. Or, look, Gyra could have got away into the shadows of the night, but it did not happen there through Secret. And there it is, Avant. They've put their foot down, and they're looking to get back into the game before Order truly run away with it. 7 more rounds are necessary just to tie this one up for Avant. Let's see if they can get the rounds on early. Order, they've gone for a bit of a mixed bag. What's going on here? AK dropped across from Gyra. Going for the hero approach. Let's see if Order can do as much damage as they possibly can. Keep that economy low. So where is Ustillo? He's going to be leading the charge with the AK too.
I'm a big fan of the hero AK strategy. I almost think it's got like all the upsides and very few downsides. You know, you have the ability to punch through a round like this if Ustillo or indeed anyone that picks up that AK can have the impact. Yes, maybe that individual player later on down the track may not be able to get a buy, or in this instance, it's probably Gyra.
Yeah.
But the reality then is you're going to have 4 other guns to work with anyway. So far, hasn't been overly impressive. Ustillo did manage to get himself 1 frag, but the trades have come through from Avant. He's certainly going to have his hands full using a Glock here against APOC because FAMAS.
Just trying to be a distraction. He's at least holding the ramp player here for a moment. Val as well, just going loud. Gyra creeping forward under here. As APOC doesn't fully clear the angle. Now, Gyra doesn't clear his corner. Oh, that's a free kill to your left. They've gone back to back. Blitz and him have swapped positions completely. How has this happened? Surely he knows that APOC's close. Oh. Timing. Ridiculous. As APOC should win this engagement. Does as well. That's going to be the upgrade to the AK. Val very close behind, but will be gifted the FAMAS if he can get to it. APOC does not allow him an inch in the round. And there it is, 6 on the board. Avant starting to really get this one back together. APOC hitting everything he needs to. But again, that was just Order. Oh, that timing could have completely changed the round.
Yeah, definitely. It's not enough so far on this CT side to make me confident that Avant are going to be able to make this comeback happen. Still really early days.
Good damage, though, all things considered. And you got Gyra just down on the Deagle now. Even with that utility, he can help put the rest of Order in some good positions. Ricky's already found a first over towards Outers, so That's a rifle retrievable. Except Gyra's nowhere near this position on the map. You got Blitz just waiting a credit card to pounce. Hugh as well, positioned appropriately to trade to. But it seems like it's going to be APOC who will find all the action in a moment. Good placement of the molly. Will separate the troops. A late boost as well might just be heard depending on how this one goes. Val's right next to him. See if they're ready. Flash goes in.
APOC as of yet remains unchecked, but Valiance has gotten the info now. How many more can APOC get to? Maybe not enough, unfortunately, for Avant, because it does still swing the numbers back in favor of Order. And they're very quickly making their way down to the B bomb site, which is where Hugh resides. Bomb plant should go down here relatively uncontested. Hugh's quite happy to let that happen. He slowly works his way into dark. Gyra will sit behind the silo.
And Hazzo slowly making his way forward now.
Ricky's up on the A site, by the way.
Could happen, but there's a bink both ways. However, the AK just too strong as Hugh knows that Ustillo is going to be stuck here in the corner. Beautiful nade, but does not force Ustillo out. Hugh, however, brings to the one-on-one, taps the bomb. He's gone for the full stick. Ricky knows that he's off it. Tapping again, Hugh. He's got minimal chance in the round, and would have been about a second remaining on that defuse. Ricky spots the head, though. And that is going to be 13 on the board for Order. I thought Avant might have managed to claw their way back in. Even so, that is a very expensive round coming out for Order. But Avant, at this point, they need money for the next round. The full investment, I just don't think is an option. But that's what we're going to see. All right, so they realize that if they win this round now, they're going to completely break Order's economy, and it's their best chance to get back into the game.
Only chance, really, because if they lose here, again, they're back to square one. They won't have a bye, and they'll be down 14-6. It's probably then Order's game to lose. Although, admittedly, some would probably say that it already is. Out of smokes again from Order. This time, they're not going to fall for the hole in the smoke that Blitz was able to abuse last time. And they'll work their way down toward the B bomb site. You still have Ricky posted up in Squeaky as well. Maybe keeping things interesting up towards the A site. Avant have rotated a couple down to B, though, so they're reading the play pretty well.
And in this position before, Order did lose, so Avant even have more in the kit this time to play with. Just a slow approach. 4 men through secret, Ricky. Late lurk at ramp. And Avant have stacked the numbers up towards the A site. Line should be found. There it is. Blitz with a nice shot straight over the stairs. Hugh on the crossfire as well, and able to find one for himself. Good placement on the nade. Big damage on Val. Gyro trying to lead the charge. Will manage to clear out Decon. But a fast rotation coming up from Avant now. You've even got APOC coming in on the flank, but this one might have been heard. It's just a matter of timing. Ali's still here in the vents. And not going to be spotted from above. Blitz another. Oh, could have got the 1 dig there, but Ali and Ricky, they do bring it back to the 1-on-3.
Yeah, making life tough for Hazza. MP9 only as well, you know. If he had an AK, maybe you'd give him a shot here, but this is going to have to be an absolute miracle for Avant, and it won't be. That's 14 for Order, and just as expected, Avant are not going to have too much cash in the back pocket, so more than likely to get to 15 now.
That was nasty. So Blitz doing so much work there for Avant, and unfortunately, a few extra missed shots from the rest of the boys just won't get Avant over the line. And now again, looks like Avant are going to posture themselves to play for overtime. As Order should have easy days here up against a couple of default pistols. Spotted on the cross there. APOC slides into Ghetto, down into the halls. And Ricky just expecting this aggression. Looks down to Hazza. Hazza not tempting fate too hard. But again, it is just going to be the upper site stack so far for Avant, and it could just be the call. However, we do see Order going back to throw these smokes at Outers. Hazza, he's really getting away with that one.
He's a bit of a bunny rabbit at the moment, isn't he? Bouncing all over the place, and you're right, he has gotten away with a little bit, although I'm not sure how much that's really going to help Avant, because He's put to bed by a grenade from Alistair.
They just want him to walk into the
I
Zeus.
so want Ricky to fall prey to his own trick.
Come on.
He's a big fan of the Zeus, Ricky is.
Get out there. Come on, Ricky.
He's thinking, he's got, you know, I was going to say, you know that meme where there's like all of the calculations floating through the air and the guy's like thinking,
Yeah.
Ricky's like, what possible way could I lose this round? And then obviously the instant option, the instant answer for him is going to be, Apoc's going to have a Zeus and he's going to be somewhere, so I better not move.
Yeah.
Either way, that's 15 for Order.
Yeah, so I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Order. They've just had some solid structure since they managed to be able to start to purchase the utility in the first half, second half as well. Avant had an opportunity to get back into the game, but unfortunately just dropped it when they really needed to get across the line, and that's because the economy wasn't quite there, the utility wasn't quite there as well, and that just seems to be the way that the cookie has crumbled today. Order, they need one more round, but Avant, this could be it. They've got full guns on the board, but the utility again lacking, so they really have to hope for something, hope for some timing. And Apoc here sitting straight into smoke. He's going to be straight behind them. However, Ricky's going to be blocked here, so he realizes someone could be in the smoke, manages to save the day. Apoc's positioning almost perfect, except someone ran into him. The whole round could have gone completely the other direction off the back of that one. 3 Ts not looking towards him, and Ricky has just come in clutch. It's a 2-on-5 now. And it's not looking like Avant are going to have another round, another chance. Well,
Nope.
Blitz has found one, but he has a whole long way to go. 30 seconds before this bomb explodes, Jordan.
Well, I don't know that Avant are going to be able to get over the line this time, and indeed they will not. It's another one-sided map here in ESL 1 Cologne for ANZ, and it's gone to Order.